So this week we're learning about pumpkins, and this is another Gail Gibbons book. Remember, she writes informative text. So informative texts give you information. Let's jump right in. The Pumpkin Book by Gail Gibbons. Pumpkins are members of the squash family. There are different kinds of pumpkins: small pumpkins, big pumpkins, round pumpkins, tall pumpkins. Gardeners and farmers call them pumpkin varieties. Some pumpkins have smooth skin and others have lots of bumps. The soil is ready. It's time to plant the pumpkin seeds. The beginning of a pumpkin is curled up inside each pumpkin seed. Food is stored in there too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. The bigger the seed, the bigger the variety of pumpkin will grow. Sometimes pumpkin seeds are planted in rows. Other times they're planted in small circular areas called hills. Several shallow pumpkin holes are poked into the hill, and one pumpkin seed is dropped into each hole and covered with dirt. Each hill should be about 3 feet to 6 feet apart to give plants lots of room to grow. After a few days, small pumpkin vines appear. These leaves look different. They're prickly and have rough, jagged edges. The more vines grow, stems begin to grow and twist, curling along the ground, and they become vines. The vines grow thicker and thicker. They grow curly tendrils that wrap themselves around other parts of the plant to help spread out the vines. Gold-colored flowers begin to bloom. The bigger and bigger, the pumpkin skin begins to turn green to orange. All of the pumpkins in the pumpkin patch begin to turn orange. In the fall, when the vines begin to dry up and die, it's harvest time. It usually takes from 80 to 120 days, depending on the variety. For a seed to grow into a ripened pumpkin, it is ready to be picked if it feels hard on the outside and sounds hollow when it's tapped. Fall makes people think of county fairs. Sometimes awards are given out for biggest and prettiest or the strangest pumpkins grown. The biggest pumpkin ever grown was in New York State in 1996. It weighed as much as a small car, 1,061 pounds. At fairs, there are pumpkin pie tasting contests too. Halloween is in October 31st. A long time ago, people believed that ghosts, witches, and goblins roamed around at night. Some people built bonfires to scare them away. Later, October 31st was called All Hallows Eve, which meant Holy Evening. It was the night before a church festival called All Hallows or All Saints' Day. All Hallows Eve was shortened to Halloween. Today, Halloween is celebrated in different ways. Other people decorate pumpkins with paint, glitter, and other decorations. These pumpkins can last a long time because they haven't been carved. No two pumpkins are alike. They all have their own personalities. Look at that one. That's silly. Thank you guys for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the pumpkin book, and I hope you learned something about the way that they grow.